Ladies and gentlemen, returning to YouTube, the ever-popular Australian watch authority, Time+Tide.
Cartier, the brand that recently released the Santos-Dumont and gave people what they wanted, which is that same slim case profile, but with a mechanical movement. It's only 0.2 millimeters thicker than the quartz model released last year. And if anyone's going to take the conversation from here, it's not me. It's Nicholas Kenyon, our very own Cartier fanboy. He loves the brand in so many ways. We're going to throw to him now on Zoom to find out what he thinks of the latest collection. Hello, Nicholas.
Hello.
This is our new normal.
I know. On other sides of a screen, as opposed to sharing a desk.
I know. But that doesn't stop us from doing what we do, I suppose. It doesn't stop you from being the biggest Cartier fan in this building when we're usually in it together.
That's true. Yeah.
Guilty as charged. Now tell me, there's been a little bit of reveal this last week with the Santos-Dumont. What do Cartier have in store at Watches and Wonders? So
they've essentially springboarded off the Cartier Santos-Dumont XL launch that they did a couple of weeks back. That was essentially the inclusion of a manual winding movement in a very similar case shape to the Santos-Dumont collection from 2019. And now for Watches and Wonders, they're going to be releasing 4 new limited editions. So while they're not going to be in full-scale production, they are absolutely stunning, if I say so myself. There's 3 which are relatively similar in terms of all having sword hands. I'll just run through them very quickly. There's the Santos-Dumont Le Brésil, limited to 100 pieces. That's in platinum and has a very good-looking ruby cabochon on the crown. And I think the silver dial combined with the platinum case works really, really well. Then we've got the Santos-Dumont La Baladeuse.
Something strange happened there because your voice slowed down. I think it might have been a buffering error.
Yeah. It's the Santos-Dumont Baladeuse. It's limited to 300 pieces. That's in a yellow gold case with the blue cabochon that we're used to seeing. And it's got matching blued sword hands. So really, really nice and nice high contrast against a champagne dial. The third one in this series is the Le 14B, which is a black dial with a kind of darker grey strap. It's got a gold bezel, and it's two-tone against the case, basically. So
it is just two-tone. It is unashamedly two-tone, isn't it? Wow.
It is, yeah. No, I think it looks really good, and the hands again, nice high contrast against the dial, and yeah, with the kind of the blue cabochon that we're used to seeing in many of Cartier watches.
And what do we have last, Nick?
Last up is probably the most special release. It's limited to just 30 pieces. It's the Santos-Dumont La Demoiselle. And this one is, again, in platinum. It comes with 2 different strap options. And most interestingly for this is the kind of really sort of bone ivory dial with a fine gear shape pattern in the center. And true to some of the original Cartier Santos-Dumont watches from the 1920s, this one actually has Reggae hands. So the kind of apple hands with the circle at the finish. Yeah, it's one of the most kind of authentic or true to the original Cartier Santos-Dumont releases. And again, makes it a little bit special with the red cabochon, the ruby cabochon in the crown. I think it looks fantastic.
It seems to be quite an assortment that you get with the watch. It's not just the watch, is it?
No, that's right. So it can't be sold separately, as they've let us know. You've got to get it with the full Santos-Dumont box. In that you get a travel pouch, which is a brown alligator leather, which looks quite nice, and then matching cufflinks. So the cufflink sort of similar to the bezel with those exposed screws, and on the inside of that is a red tiger's eye, and they're made in white gold. So we don't have pricing on this one yet, but I imagine that it's not going to be cheap. But yeah, it's a very good looking thing.
Before we go, Nick, what is it about Cartier? Tell the people.
It's just the simplicity, the strength of the design. I mean, as I said with the last one, it's the most true to the original from over 100 years ago, and it almost hasn't changed an iota. It still looks fantastic. It's just the strength of the design. If it's that good, why change it?
Well, they haven't really. However, I would say there's been an unusual explosion of colour and texture and dial and strap variations, as well as cabochon variations. It's a little bit more, shall we say, strident than usual for Cartier.
Yeah, I think when it goes to the first three pieces that we spoke about, the dial variations are quite interesting. I'd assume that the red cabochon denotes the platinum case, as that's consistent across the Le Brésil and the La Demoiselle as well. So yeah, a few different kind of switch ups there, but again, they're not going too wild. I don't think anybody's going to say the champagne dials, very, very extravagant, nor a kind of slate grey dial or a black dial. I think they're slightly different, but still very much within the train tracks of Cartier.
And what's your pick?
It's got to be the La Demoiselle. Those Reggae Hands, the red cabochon, and a platinum case. It's a winner.
And that strap as well. Nice strap.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. So you get both straps with the watch. So yeah, depending on what the outfit looks like, I don't know if it's a tuxedo, or maybe you're wearing a white linen sort of suit to
safari
the races,
suit.
like that. maybe you then go to the cream strap. But yeah, I think they look really, really nice.
Fantastic. Well, we dream of getting out and about, going to races and wearing things that aren't corduroy or fleece. So dare to dream, hey Nick?
That's it, yeah. Hopefully we'll be back amongst it soon. But in the meantime, zooming in.
Thanks, Nick.
No worries. Thank you, Andrew. I'll chat to you soon.